Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another edition of Divine Love Talk, where we talk all things life, love, and spirit. Today is Monday, Leg by Day, January 20th. Let's just get straight into the messages. The biggest message today that has been coming down for the collective is not just in love, but in claiming back your power. A lot of you are struggling with your manifestations because as soon as you say you wish to manifest XYZ, as soon as you put up that vision board, you start to look for signs. You looking for signs, you trying to force things to happen before divine timing is the same thing as saying, I want this, but I don't believe that I can have this. You're putting that contradictory energy into the universe, and then you wonder why your life shows up for you chaotically. You're repelling the very thing that you're asking for. You really have to get comfortable with knowing as soon as you set that intention, even as soon as you start to have the thought of, it would be nice to have ba. The wheels are in motion already to bring you whatever that is. After you've done the intentions, after you've done your 369 journal, your lucky girl journal, your vision board, whatever it is that you do, it's already done. A lot of times, especially when it comes to love and relationships, right? We are told to surrender to divine timing, but yet you're there wondering if they're going to call, looking through old text messages, stalking them on Facebook, stalking them on Instagram, stalking them on Snapchat, driving by their house, driving by their job, being a sheer crazy person, rather than believing that everything is happening as it should. You're delaying your manifestation from showing up in your reality because you are repelling it at the same time. When you're in that energy of desperation, and we talked about this the last time we were on, but whenever you're in that energy of desperation, you're really saying, I am not good enough. I would like this thing, but I don't think I deserve this thing. And then you're driving yourself crazy, right? You're a maniac every morning doing your I am affirmations in the mirror, but soon after, your energy, your actions, your emotion reflect the total opposite. So the universe brings you the opposite of what you requested. Are you surprised? Don't be surprised. The work is in knowing that your word is your bond. Whatever you put out in the universe has no choice but to return to you. How the Bible says, Isaiah 55:11, right? My word will not return to me void. That is a thing, right? What do you think they were talking about when they said the kingdom of God is within you? Right? Not to get too preachy because it's Monday, not a Sunday. But sometimes when they're referring to God, it's not that omnipotent being in the sky. It's the God within you, right? The same ability, because we are made in his image, the same ability he has to manifest this whole thing that we call earth and the cosmos and everything in between, right? Just by use of his word. We have that ability too. But too many of you, as soon as you put that word out there, you take it right back. Stop that. Soon as somebody ruffles your feather the wrong way, or you have an emotional reaction to a trigger, right? You lose it. You're back to square one. Stop that. Always remember that emotion is energy in motion, right? And wherever your energy signature is, that becomes your frequency. And whatever your frequency is, those are the experiences that you align with. It's cosmic physic law. It can't be any other way. You can't say you want to be a doctor and never go to med school. It's not just going to happen for you. You got to trust and believe that you have the wherewithal to make it through med school, right? You have the wherewithal to do these things. You have the tools and the capabilities to do these things. You can't say that you want to manifest a happily ever after, but then get sad every time you see or hear about so-and-so getting married. Or you see a couple walking down the street and you're like, you're not ready, right? And that's the thing too. Sometimes you're just not ready to manifest the thing that you think you're ready for. And that's another reason why there's a delay between the things you want and what's actually manifesting into your life. If this is something that you struggle with, I'm here, right? You guys know that I'm a spiritual coach. There are dozens of really, really good people out there that can help coach you. But at the end of the day, if you're not remembering that you are the magic, if you're not remembering to stay poised and not let your emotions get the best of you, because that's where everybody who fails, that's their point of failure. That's the point of instability, the fracture point, right? Not keeping your emotions in check, not keeping your energy in check, right? You guys have a great weekend and then they start acting up, and immediately you throw that great weekend out the window and just start focusing on the fact that your person is, in your mind, acting up when it's not even like that. Some of you are looking at life through a blurred lens and can't see things clearly because you haven't done the healing. You haven't done the work. In this new year, 2025, get real comfortable with detachment. Get real comfortable with knowing that you are the magic. Get real comfortable with keeping your energy in check, or else you will have a repeat of whatever your life looked like over the past 5 years. We have gone through some type of timeline jump, right? Where a lot of people are on their highest timeline, and it's very easy for them to manifest anything that they want once they remember that they are the magic. Let's see who's here before we get into the general reading. And if you're watching this on the YouTube replay, hello, hello, hello. My name is ettamystichealer, intuitive and spiritual life coach. Hi, Momo. Hi, Boogie. Speaking of weekends, how was your weekend, right? Hi, Ebony. Shaquani, how you doing? Riley, how you doing? Kari, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Dorsey, how are you? Prince of Peace. Ew. Hello, hello, hello. God's Clubhouse. Now that's a name. What does the acronym stand for? Norissa. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Lola. Hi, Wooski. The most adorable names are showing up on today's live. All right, hi, Nicole. How are you? Angel baby. Holy Spirit, what message do you have other than that, right? For the collective. Hi, John, on this Monday. What other message does the collective need to know on this Monday? And for those of you who are waiting on your readings, they're currently uploading and will be sent out later on this afternoon. Oh. All right, Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know on this Monday, the 20th, right? 2 is the number of balance, right? It's also Martin Luther King Day. It is the inauguration day, right? Speaking about emotions, right? And keeping your emotions in check. right? The last message we posted was about being in the world, but not of the world. As you are seeking to manifest bippity boppity boo, right? The world is seeking to manifest your energy. This is another reason why, before your manifestation materializes, you'll see the antithesis, the opposite of everything you've been trying to manifest show up, because the world, not the universe, the world, right, wants to siphon that energy. And they know if they trigger you because you're unhealed and you're not ready, they got you. Trump is king when it comes to this. He's not some blundering, oh, we could have many adjectives to fill in that blank, right? He knows exactly what he's doing. He is the master of harvesting energies. He'll say and do the darndest thing to get the biggest reaction, and most of the collective fall for it every single time. Hook, line, and sinker. Stop that. TikTok going dark for what was it? A little over 12 hours, right? Maybe 15 hours here in the United States, proved just how easy it is to harvest the energy of millions. How many people lost their stuff? Young kids, young teens were calling into their police department, right, on the non-emergency line, distraught, having a whole conniption. Big time creators getting distraught because they're losing a source of income. When the reality is, you're not someone that has, you're not a cooking content creator. You're a chef on the rise. If one door closes, another one opens, because you are that chef. You are that beautician. You are that person that makes the most magnificent wigs. You are that poet. The presence or the absence of one particular mode of delivering your content to the masses doesn't make or break you. You make or break you. When you stop leaning into the highs and lows of the powers that be that want to siphon your energy, that's when you'll really start living life. That's when you'll get to the point where you want for nothing, because you'll have everything. What are the messages for the collective on this Monday? Lastly, let's get a what's the vibe, besides controlling one's energy and preventing the energy vampires from siphoning it. What other messages do you have for the collective as I glance down and see Miss Nicole? Hey, love, how was it, right? You do have everything, right? Society, at least here in America, they like to keep us wanting for more, reaching for more, right? Not even taking account of what we have already accumulated, right? But always grabbing and going for more. Today, good vibes now in the moment. Glow up and blocked. What a contradictory energy. Even the colors are contradictory yet complementary at the same time. Another message we got before coming on the live is that Aquarius season is making it easier, right? They're kind of like oiling the joints, greasing the joints, right? To make things easier to manifest the life of your dreams, to manifest that peace, to manifest that abundance, to manifest that love. They don't want you focusing on today and then tomorrow and then what's going to come, right? This energy of block, glow up, and today in the reverse is feeling like appreciating what is and knowing that it's all good. What's supposed to happen is going to happen. What's not supposed to happen is not going to happen. You are protected by the divine. The rest is up to you. If you want to keep being easily emotionally triggered, that's your prerogative. There are so many resources out there to support you on your spiritual journey, on your mental health journey. And if you're not making use of them, they cannot be of service to you, right? A lot of people will experience a glow up in this season, right? Not this year, not this month, right? In this Aquarius season, it's going to be a season of a lot of wishes coming true. Some of you may not even realize that this is happening because you're so deep in the thick of it, of wanting what you want, and you guys have some concrete wants, right? You want that extra money so you can make ends meet. You want that extra money so you cannot get evicted, right? You want that extra money so you can move out the shelter, right? You want that extra money so you can finally get the car fixed before it goes kablooey on the interstate, right? Those are real wants and desires. But once you get out of that energy of desperation and just flow with it, what you are needing will find its way to you, one way or another. You just got to start showing up in full faith. Not that lukewarm faith, not that, oh, I'm good. I spoke with Etta today. I'm good. 30 minutes later, you're back at square one. You're back into that negative Nancy or negative Norman energy that doesn't serve you very well. We have community with poised in the reverse and message of concern. This is definitely giving the energy of forgetting that you have a whole support system, both above and around you, right? Both your angelic team and your soul tribe, right? But you're letting life and the things that show up trigger you. Oh my God, TikTok is shutting down. Oh my God, we're renaming the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, right? Oh my God, you're having all of these knee-jerk reactions to things that, if you really took a look at it, do not directly impact you, unless you allow them to. You're getting out of your energy of grace and poise and knowingness that everything is happening. All your wishes are being fulfilled. You're out of that energy. Spirit with this 14, which is 5, wants you to change back into being that poised and graceful person that you once were, right? Even if you have to summon the energy of your 3-year-old self, your 2-year-old self, your 4-year-old self, right? Where you used to play pretend and you had your imaginary friend and life was easy. Who had you buy into the thought that life was supposed to be hard? Let me know. We ride at dawn to go find them. Wealthy man in the reverse and all that glitters. More of this attraction, repulsion energy, right? Make sure you're seeing things as they are, not as you want them to be or think they are. When it comes to manifesting abundance, when it comes to manifesting wealth, it is a lot easier than the powers that be would let on to us to believe, right? Going back to who told you life had to be hard, who sold you the dream that you had to work hard to have that peace, to have that comfort, to have that freedom. Freedom is your birthright. Stop giving it up. Stop selling your own self into, mental slavery. That song, Redemption Song by Bob Marley, started to play, right? Going back to the pathway card, which comes out frequently and always reminds me of Job 22:28. There's a lot of people in the collective, a lot of people in my soul tribe who are going through their Job season where they lost it all. There's divine purpose in losing it all, as we learned from Job, right? But if we resist that and we play victim to our emotions and every whim and change of the wind, we delay our journey. This is supposed to be a time of forward movement, but if we're worried about the little things that in the long run don't matter, we delay our journey. Trust the visions that you have received. Do not forget, you wouldn't be wanting for those things you're trying to manifest if it wasn't a part of your destiny already. The desire comes as a reminder that these are the things that this is the energy that you are supposed to be aligning with. Those desires pop up to show you, hey, babe, you're over there struggling, but you're meant to be a wealthy princess sitting on top of the castle. Align with that energy. Next, we have message in the bottle and bad health, right? When we fall victim to the whims of emotion and allowing our energy to go in places where it's not going to serve us any highest good or highest good, right? It's not going to do us any good. It's going to do more damage than good, right? Beyond the woo-woo, beyond the spiritual talk, there is a scientifically proven, it's been written in medical journals for decades, right? The mental physiological connection, how your thoughts affect your body. One of the biggest things we've learned over the 2.5 years of doing Divine Love Talk is that the physiological response, especially with illnesses, chronic illnesses that end in ITIS, the inflammation illnesses like bronchitis, right? And all those other things have a causation and a beginning with faulty thoughts and being in that rumination energy and pouring in all this negative energy to some thought that isn't even really real. If our minds can dictate the direction of subatomic particles, right? And those things are outside of us. What do you think your mind is doing to your own particles within you, your own DNA, your own cells? Stop making yourself sick and tired, right? It's time to do your own healing. And there's been heavy, heavy emphasis since the weekend for folks to remember that they are the magic. You can be aligned with Jesus himself, right? You could be aligned with all the spiritual sages of this time and times before, and they could share all their sacred knowledge with you. But if you don't remember that you are the magic, you possess a great power within, it's going to go in one ear and out the other. You're going to hear all these words, all this wisdom, and all it's going to be is just a string of words. You won't be any better for it, right? You'll receive all these teachings and it's going to be like oil and water. It just won't mix. It won't be integrated into your spirit. It won't be integrated into your mind because you're forgetting your own power. You're forgetting your own ability to manifest your dreams into your reality. If you do nothing today, simply remember that you are the magic. You have the power within you to transform any and any situation, no matter how dire you think that situation is. Your thoughts create your reality. So if you think it's never going to work out, it's never going to work out. If you think they're cheating, right? If you think there's third-party interference, there is. If you think you deserve a love that fulfills you on every single level, start showing up as somebody who has a love that fulfills them on every single level. If you wish to be debt-free, start showing up as somebody who is debt-free. That means you got to stop complaining every time you sit down to pay the bills. You know that the bills are just a reflection of your abundance, because if you ain't have it, you wouldn't be getting them. Right? Right. Let's see what you guys are chit-chatting in the comment area. We might have room. It's 3:32 here in New York. We might have room for, let's start with 2 readings. There's been that energy of desperation has been so hard, and because the soul tribe, my soul tribe, is so far past that energy, it's been a challenge to do readings for people still in that energy. So Spirit is very, very picky now. Even with some of you who have paid for readings, you may have found that you've been refunded, right? With an explanation saying that it's just, I may not be the person for you at this time, because on the level you're vibrating, it's so, I can't say, don't take this the wrong way, right? And some people are going to be like, what? Don't take this personal. But if the group is here, right, and we're moving forward, right, because ever upward, ever onward, Excelsior, that's right. That's the whole New York mantra, right? That's what Excelsior means, right? If we're ever moving upward and you're down here and you're in this energy, you're in a lower vibrational energy, it's a disservice to the others who are up here to come back down here. If you're doing the work, it's different. If you're here and you're doing the work to meet up with the group, that's different. But a lot of people lately are still so stubborn, have dug in their heels to be in that low vibrational energy, and everything that is told to them, explained to them to help them elevate and ascend, they just stay stuck. So we got to leave you there for the sake of the others, right? To keep the movement moving forward, because we're not stopping for anybody in 2025. If you fall behind, there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. And I'm not at liberty to sit and decipher the reason and ask God why. I have a greater responsibility to the collective and my own personal journey. Did you ever think about that? Healers are always healing too, you know. Because nobody on this earth is ever healed, right? We're always ascending and growing and becoming better. Okay. Dorsey, we're going to get you a reading. Portland Beauty, thank you. Did anybody else request a reading? Miss Nicole, we should all be elevating, right? Of course, we should. So many of you guys have had these phenomenal leaps over the past 6 months. It would be downright disrespectful to y'all for me to slide that far back down the scale, especially with individuals who are stuck. And there's purpose in being stuck. There's lessons to be learned in being stuck. However, some people don't get past their stuckness. That's not a word, but we're going to make it a word today. Dorsey, did you have a specific question, or would you like just a general message? It's solo and it's a no, right, Loca? Right. A love supreme. Bridal Palace. Hello. Because even that name showing up stands as a confirmation for someone on this live. I can tell you that with absolute certainty as I look up and saw 35 people on the live, which is 8, which is karma. As Mr. James called talking about, he's coming in April, so I can move. Right? Mr. James better go have a seat. Several seats. Hi, honeybee. How was your weekend? Gina, how are you? How are you? I'm scrolling up because I need to see Miss Nicole's response about the weekend. People were speechless. Ew. I look forward to your message later. I look forward as I do a little happy dance in my chair. Hi, Charmed. Hi, Marcy. Hi, Vanessa. All right, we're going to get Dorsey a general message as to what needs to be heard in this moment. So I'm turning away from the comments, but please feel free to continue commenting any thoughts you're having, any feelings you're having, any general questions that you might have, right? And no, it's not discrimination for whoever was thinking that, right? It's not a bias. Some people will entertain low vibrational energy all day, every day. I'm not a tarot reader. I'm not a psychic, right? I'm not one of those individuals who have signed that type of contract, right? My journey is going to ever be moving forward, with or without individuals, right? With or without, because we got things to do, people to see, places to go. And I don't make these decisions on my own. They're always in tandem with spirit, right? Because I'm not here sitting in this chair on my own. What message does Dorsey need to hear on this Monday? Dorsey, you have the quartz, the cowrie shell, or where is it? I swear the moldavite always goes missing. Or the clear quartz. Which pile is your pile? The rose quartz, the cowrie shell, or the clear quartz? All right, the cowrie shell. And then we are going to get one from here as well. Matt, this is only for the amazing Dorsey. Ooh. Oh. What else does Dorsey need to... Jeez Louise. We'll take this as... Oh. The biggest message. The fact that 17 came out, 8, karma, destiny, right? Over the past 7-8 months or so, there's been hints, there's been times where you got the notion, hey, you're doing a great job, keep going. You're doing a great job, keep going. But what does that even mean, that one is doing a great job? Rather than focus on the definition of what the great job is, hold that energetic vibration that you have been holding onto, right? You're going to start seeing, especially after March, right? After April, you're going to start seeing a lot of the fruits of your labor come in, right? Things that seemed far off, and we've been getting this message as a collective for a long time. Things that seemed far off or maybe uncertain will come clear, as well as finally arrive, because you've been doing everything that you've been doing. You've been showing up in the way that you need to show up, right? Even though this Emperor card is coming out in reverse, though you may not have hit Empress status yet, you're not on your 33rd degree yet. You're very, very close. When we look at the Eight of Cups, it usually speaks about walking away from something that we have a deep and emotional attachment to. But for you, it's coming up as having laid all your ducks in a row, having made all the necessary preparations, having done everything needed to do that you needed to do to manifest your dreams into your reality. Keep going, right? When we see this figure in the Eight of Cups, they have a wand, and wand is the suit of changes. This is going to be a year that kind of puts not a capstone they're showing me, but kind of like a level. They're leveling out all the changes that you have been going through. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. There's a woman that came in to say stay on top of your medical concerns, right? Because they need you to be of sound mind, body, and spirit when you receive these gifts, when you receive everything they have coming to you, and you know what they have coming to you, right? We could laundry list it, but we know how that gets on the live, and we tend to keep that part between you and spirit, right? Because of all the monitoring spirits and such, because it's such a thing. You know what's coming. Be prepared to receive it. Keep doing what you've been doing. This older lady's coming into, like, she's pleading, right? Because for a lot of the masculines, that tends to go to the wayside. But for you, they really want you to focus on doing what needs to be done to maintain your health, because what you're doing now, your future self in 10 years, in 20 years, in 30 years is going to thank you for. You're going to reflect back on this time 10 years, 20 years, 30 years from now. Yeah, 30 years from now, and realize that spirit not only walked with you and helped you manifest your dreams into your reality, but also protected you even from yourself and your doubts and your fears and your, oh, I'll just do that another time. Whatever comes to your mind to get done, do it, and do it then and there. Don't put off in this coming year anything that comes to mind to be done, no matter how outrageous it seems, right? It may not make sense when the thought, when the download, when the intuitive nod comes to you. It may not make sense in the moment, but once you get into the action of doing it, everything becomes clear. Dorsey, that is your message. New Heart, how are you? Amethyst, how are you? All the way from Trinidad. I wish I was in Trinidad right now. I really do. There would be no readings or channelings. At least not in the formal sense. I would be too busy being busy, enjoying the land and the energy. Jasenia, how are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? Have any of you guys, besides Amethyst, right? Have any of you guys played mas or danced in carnival? Whether it's the Labor Day carnival, the carnival in Brazil, the carnival in Miami. I forgot the one they call in Canada. There or someplace else. Have you ever danced in carnival? Let me know. Jasenia, are you taking it easy? Were you able to take off of work and just sit back and heal? Thank you, Norissa. I was like, I wanted to say Copacabana, but I was like, that's not it. That's not it. Oh my God. There's carnival in Sweden? Like, how does that go? Anika, share. New Heart is okay. Moderators moderating. Hi, Layla. How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? Moshi, how are you? Honeybee, I said you have choices. We all have choices. I love that. Gina, I'm beautiful and abundantly prosperous. I hear that. Morty, I'm glad to be back, right? The plan was, if the live wasn't working, we were going to take this to YouTube, right? And we might do a YouTube live this week just to get the feel of it. We don't really have carnivals in South Africa. Do you have anything where the people get together and march down the road playing music and dancing and just being alive? I was just about to say that, Jasenia, because it is a timeout. It's in summer, a Latin dance, and from all cultures. Add that to the list. We're going to Sweden for carnival in this lifetime because what? El Renee, that information's in the bio. Oh, yeah, how do I forget the Notting Hill? Yes. John, when's the next one? Consider participating. Speaking about considerations and stuff, where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? Today is the 20th. The moon is void, of course, but tomorrow is the 21st, and the moon is going to be in its last quarter, which is a time to organize, wrap things up, and prepare for rest, Jasenia, right? And the moon is also moving into Scorpio. If you haven't gotten your planner, what are you waiting for, right? I'm going to carnival. Thank you, Tanisha. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, Tammy, you could sign up for a personal reading through the bio. Subscribers to the live get a 1-card pull. So the choice is yours. Same thing for El Renee. I think I said that before. We have that on the second New Year's Day. It was for slaves that were given off back in the day. Huh. I'm going to look into that. I'm going to look into that. I've always been fascinated with Trinidad's carnival. Here in New York, in Brooklyn, the Labor Day carnival, right, takes heavy, heavy, heavy influence, right, with the job and throwing oil, throwing paint, throwing powder. It's like that's life. But seeing the job come through, drip down in the oil paint and the horns and the regalia, that stuff fascinates me. So it fascinates me here in the States, but I know in Trinidad, it's where it came from, right? So it's the authentic experience. I would love to do that one day, right? Not only because I love to dance, but there is a deep, deep, profound spiritual meaning behind carnival in the West Indies, whether it's in Trinidad or Haiti or Bahamas or Antigua, Barbados, crop over, right? There's wherever there's drums and dance, there's spirit. And when you walk with the spirits from West Africa, you're naturally attracted to those energies. You're naturally going to be pulled into those energies. Even when I think about the job, my whole body just starts vibrating on a different level. So yeah, amethyst is definitely in my DNA. I was very, very fortunate growing up in Brooklyn. Juve would happen like right outside my door. Right. So from young age, I was fascinated with the costumes and the feathers and the sequins and the gyrating and the whining and the the misbehaving that goes on at carnival. If you have no idea what we're talking about, look into it. I promise you won't be disappointed. Tuesday the 2nd and the 3rd. Not this year, but one year. Next Notting Hill Festival is 23rd of August Steel bands. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. That's another thing I love is steel bands. So are you going, John? Are you going? Right? Are you going? I remember maybe 5 or 6 years ago, the old church I used to go to. I'm Catholic, by the way, on paper. During like the gospel where they break out into song, one year, unbeknownst to the congregation, which is mostly West Indian, they broke out the gospel using steel pan rather than the piano. And that was the first time I lost my mind in church, right? I've seen people catch the Holy Ghost, but that was the first time I was deeply moved by spirit in church because the Roman Catholic Church using steel pan in the States blew my mind. Blew my mind. Thought I would share that with you guys. Before we wrap up the live, right? Any general questions, thoughts, feelings that you want to share with the collective? Dancing is also a good way to shake off the blues, right? To shake off negative energy. Someone always messing up Juve and Carnival. It was almost canceled last year. When do you guys have Carnival? Because part of me feels like that's new to me, and the other part of me is like, you knew this already. But when is your Carnival? Hi, Annie. How are you? Honeybee, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. The last Saturday of August. Noted. Noted, noted, noted. Hi, Aziza. How are you? Will your promotion come? New Heart, will your promotion come? That fell on the floor, so I'll leave it. Will New Heart's promotion... With this 21 and 7, it's leaning towards a yes, balance. But Spirit is asking, is this, with this family room especially, is asking, is this what you really, really want, right? There are points of that promotion that make it sound very like it fits your needs, but there are responsibilities that come with it that you're being asked to really reconsider. I tell my daughter I have to heal my back and hip and to get dancing in due time. In due time, honeybee, right? Because everything happens in due time. Hi, Auntie. How art thou? How art thou? As I pick up the card that fell on the floor. Layla, I am doing well, having visions of carnival and feathers and sequins and a lot of first chakra activation. a lot of first chakra activation. You guys are very quiet today, very much in the energy of healing. It feels like there's going to be a lot to celebrate in the coming months, right? This is not even the season of preparation. December, late November. Thank you, Layla. Late November, early December was the season of preparation, right? This is the season of wrapping up loose ends before the reveal. The cosmic action that's going on in March, a lot of people's lives are going to drastically change around April, May, June. There's going to be this quick 180 change. And if you want to know if you're part of the group that's going to experience this massive sudden life change, think about where you were in October and what you were wishing for, what you were hoping for, what you were desiring. A lot of that is going to manifest into your reality if you allow it. And you allow it by knowing that because you put your word out there to manifest XYZ, XYZ has no choice but to manifest, right? As long as you step into your power and remember, now we're going full circle, right? And remember, you are the magic. Regardless of what's going on in the world, regardless of what's going on with the governments of the world, right? You have good things going for you, especially if you've been seeing 111, right? Or 1111, right? That lets you know that you're in alignment. That's a great time to practice gratitude for all that you have and all that which is to come. Pay attention to your dreams during this last quarter that we're going into. Tomorrow, right? Talking about wrapping things up, right? Because that's what the last quarter is about, right? Start thinking about what are you going to set for your new moon. Intention come. I told you guys we're going to be using this a lot, right? Come the end of January, right? The theme of this upcoming new moon is curiosity, collaborating, and transmuting. Now, going back to the symbol of the snake, and I'm going to get you the exact date of the Lunar New Year. It's January 29th, right? This is the year of the snake, right? And snakes have all types of connotations and symbolisms to them. But something a lot of you were told maybe the beginning of November, maybe mid-November, at some point several weeks ago, right? One thing that was highlighted about the year of the snake is those individuals who have felt like they've not been heard, they've not been seen, things haven't been working out for them as much as they try to push forward. There's this invisible thingamajig that's kept them back and cloaked. A lot of you have been cloaked. A lot of you have been hidden because you are growing, right? Snakes in the wild, right? When they are growing, they shed their skin, but we rarely see, if ever, see a snake shedding its skin from their eyelids to their tail right in front of us. Most of the times what you'll see is the remnant of them shedding their skins because they've grown into this bigger body, right? They're taking up more space, right? They do that in hiding. We only know that this happened, right? Because we see the shed skin. A lot of you have been hidden, you have been cloaked because you're growing. This season of preparation that wrapped up was preparing you for this big blessing you're about to step into at some point in 2025. And this is why you felt like you were hidden. You had to be, right? In order to be protected, in order to be prepared to receive whatever it is that you have coming to you. With the negative connotations and the positive connotations, another big connotation, symbolism with the snake is snakes are at the start of every society's creation story, right? When we talk about the Loa, right? They're represented Aida Wedo and Dambala Wedo, right? For all my Chucky fans, right? It's represented by the snakes. They are primordial spirits that encircle the earth and help humans manifest their dreams into their reality, right? A lot of you are changing. A lot of you are going through deep transformation. So when we get to that new moon in 9 days, really think about, right? Take more than just a few minutes to meditate on what it is that you want to manifest with this new moon, right? And not just what you want to manifest for the year. Think bigger than that. This is a good point in time to think about, where do you see yourself in the next 2 years? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Loka finally wrote in her journal. Ew. I remember you talking about snakes last. I missed most of the conversation. I had a dream of being what? Dorsey. Morty on my aunt's birthday. Well, happy early birthday to Auntie. Even when people's schemes are starting to be revealed. That was another theme, right? That came out a lot in December, right? People's motives, people's hands being revealed. And it doesn't feel good because these are individuals that we call friend and family. Annie, it's pretty much all of them. All the readings are for everything, right? It's based on your question and how much time do you want, how deep you want to go into the message. The only thing I do not read on is medical concerns and legal concerns. Whether they might, like in Dorsey's reading, right? It might come through, but I'm not allowed to petition for it to come through. We haven't reached the full unveiling, but mad that I'm finding the humor in it. The TikTok Soul Sessions After Dark is when you get your reading, right, on the live, right? And it's interactive because we activate the multi-guest feature so we can talk back and forth about whatever it is coming out. We have TikTok After Dark, sometimes on Tuesdays, mostly on Thursday nights at 10:30. So that is an option if you're not afraid, if you're comfortable with having that open discussion on the live, that back and forth on the live. Hi, Figure It Fit. Hi, Tina T. Layla, I'm so happy for you. As I look over to my money tree, my new money tree, ew. You missed everything. But it's okay because we're still going to post these, as always, on the YouTube channel, right? Because TikTok doesn't have the functionality yet to post anything that's like over a half hour, an hour long, right? We just post it on YouTube for safekeeping So if you missed a live, it will always be posted. I wasn't able to download Saturday's live at all, and then the thing happened Saturday night. So I got to download that first and then download this one, and both of them will be up between tonight and tomorrow. So definitely make sure you follow me on the YouTube. Any last questions, comments, concerns before we wrap up the live? Gina the Barber. Ew. Anytime, John. How's it been going with pulling back your energy, my dear? Interesting. Very nice. Anytime, new heart. Anytime. Oh, de nada, mi amor. De nada. Naughty girl. I'm glad you could catch us, even if it is just for a few brief seconds. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I truly appreciate your support. I appreciate everyone's support, right? Because you guys could have been doing anything else on this Monday afternoon or evening, depending upon where you are in the world. But I thank you for spending this part of your day with Spirit, the Soul Tribe, and me. Visions of Carnival will not leave my mind. We got to make this happen for March. Even though that's like 5 weeks away, you're welcome, Morty. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. You are welcome. If any thoughts pop up, any questions pop up, general questions about, anything that was presented on a live, because Spirit said a lot, especially in the beginning. And if you're watching this on the replay and you made it this far, if you have a question, put it in the comment box, right? I'll get back to you as soon as possible. But you can also email me or DM me, and I'll get back to you that way as well. In the meantime, enjoy yourself. Remember that you are the magic and start living in your own magic. And stay blessed.